Joining us for the latest managerial interview is joint manager Jon Underwood. Jon, not the greatest game of football that you'll ever see, but I guess the idea of any game is to win the game and get 3 points.
Yeah, we just said that. We've played a lot better this season and lost, definitely. The second half in particular was not a great spectacle, I have to say. Not a lot of incident. I think the wind doesn't help, and I think where we're stood in the shelter, you don't always appreciate it, but you could tell the way the ball was moving. Sometimes when clearances went up in the air and the wind took it, it made it difficult. It made it scrappy. We were desperate to cling on to that result, the lead at half time, and we probably ended up not playing as much football and maybe went a bit direct. It wasn't great to watch, but as you've rightly said, all it's about is a results business, and to string 2 wins together from where we were a couple of weeks ago, where we were struggling to win a game, is great. It shows great character from the squad, and it doesn't matter how you do it. 2 very different performances over the last 2 weeks, but we've got 6 points, and we're delighted with that.
Fairly solid at the back. Jonathan North didn't have a great deal to do, but Eddie Pruty that's come in is settled in so quickly, and he seems to be getting better and better each game. Man of the match today as well.
Yeah, he's very good. He's only 19, and he's come in and he's hit the ground running. He's a big, strong boy. He's got a real strong character about him. Great left foot. Yeah, he ticks a lot of boxes for a centre half, and we're delighted with him. We're delighted that we managed to get him in, and I'm looking forward to seeing how he progresses. I think he'll get better and better. So, no, I thought we defended well. I thought we started the game really well. First 15 minutes, we moved the ball very well, caused them some problems, and then they kind of got to grips with that, and we ended up making a few mistakes and looking to play out, and they pressed us a bit more, and their chances or half chances in that kind of middle of the first half came from us giving the ball away in poor areas, and then there was a bit of a crazy 10 or 15 minute spell. I don't agree with the penalty decision. Let's just leave it there. I just don't think those get given normally, and we were shocked when he gave it, and to book him as well was extra sort of rubbing salt in the wounds. So we were disappointed with that, obviously, but I thought we showed really good character to come back. Brilliant goal from Imran, another exciting young player we've got here. He was actually working on that very finish with Manny Thursday night in training, after training. He stayed on to do some finishing with Manny, and he was working on that, cutting in from the right on his left foot. So a great goal from him. And then obviously Cooley's battled his way into the box and got a penalty and stuck it away. So great response to going behind. When you go behind to a penalty like that, it can rock you, and we responded really well. And probably less said about the second half, the better. I mean, we had to make 3 changes with injuries, and I think we have to take that into consideration. We looked as we were warming up today, and we had Ben, Birdie, Freddie and Lenchi unavailable through injury, and then we've had to take off Cooley, Tyler and Alfonso with injuries, and Northie and Scott here on the pitch with injuries. So if they'd have come back and nicked a point, we'd have probably been given all those excuses. It's nice to be able to say it when you've won, because it's genuine. We're up against it. We've been quite good with injuries this season, apart from the obviously Birdie situation. But at the minute, we're carrying a lot of things that we need players to get over, and they need some rest, and we are going to rest until Thursday now.
With the other results in this league as well, it's one of these leagues, isn't it, where if a club can get 4 or 5 wins in a row, you're kind of promoted straight into the playoff places, because those at the top seem to be drawing those above us. And is that what you're looking at now? Playoffs?
We have to. Like the idea all season has been trying to stay in touch with the playoffs, and so that if you get on the run you've just talked about, you can sneak in. There's a dozen or so other teams in that middle section of the league trying to do exactly the same, and it's hard to string wins together in this league. And you get a couple, and then you do start to look. I think we're 6 points off it with the game in hand. So why shouldn't you? But there's lots of other teams around us trying to do it as well. So we're not getting carried away with 2 wins. Our season seems to be going in spells, like good spells and then tough spells. And we need to make this a good spell, and that might be a couple of draws and a couple of wins. We need to just stay unbeaten for the next 4 or 5 games if we can, and see where that takes us. But we're not going to get carried away with 2 wins. No chance.
Brilliant. Thanks for joining us, Jon. Have a good weekend.
Thanks, Dave.
Cheers.